Hi, this is Ananya and welcome back to my channel. So, this is my February book wrap and I read 4 books this month. And overall, I'd say this was a good reading month. I found one 5-star read and I also found a 1-star read. So, let's begin. So, the first book that I read in February was Speak with No Fear by Mike Acker. I found this title in the prime reading category in Kindle. So basically, I got this one for free. This one is a non-fiction book and it was a really short read. So I had to give a presentation and I read this one just a couple of hours before that. So this is nothing very revolutionary. The author basically shares 7 strategies for those who want to become good orators, and he shares his own journey from when he had stage fright but overcame that in spite of failing like multiple times. I am also not great at public speaking, and that's what made me pick this one up. But this did this turn me into a great orator? No, but it gave me the confidence that I could become one if I tried. One of his advice that really helped me while giving my own presentation was that don't focus on the crowd. Like, just imagine you're speaking to one person. So, yeah, my presentation went okay, and that's why I rate this one a 3.5 out of 5. So, the second book that I read was The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. Previously, I had read her book, The Guest List, and I loved it. Lucy Foley has this way of writing where she doesn't even reveal like who got murdered, and she did the same here. So someone gets murdered in the present. We don't know who it is, and it keeps shifting timeline to the past where the manor is having its grand opening. The manor is a luxury retreat. The story is told through 4 perspectives. First is Francesca, who is the owner of the manor, her husband Owen, who is an architect who designed the manor, Bella, who is a mysterious guest with an ulterior motive, and Eddie, who is the kitchen help. So here the locals don't want the outsiders here, and the woods have their own strange folklore of the birds, which was really exciting to read about. It was creepy, dark, and atmospheric. But the story also has another timeline, which is Francesca's past, told through a series of journal entries. Now, I don't want to give any spoilers for those who haven't read it. It was a fast paced read with short chapters that will keep you hooked. I enjoyed reading this book so much, and the folklore surrounding the woods was the best part of the novel. But the ending didn't really sit well with me. I just felt like it was too predictable and it was too perfect. The narrative, which intertwines with the past and the present, but it was as if everything was a bit too perfect. Like the circumstances and the coincidences, everything was so perfect. So yeah, the ending was a bit disappointing, like just a bit. So yeah, I give this one a 4 out of 5. So the next book I read was Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix, and I already made a short on this, so you can check that out. So this book was about Fern, a 15-year-old girl who gets pregnant. This one is set in the 1970s. So she gets shipped off to a home where teenage pregnant girls are kept till they deliver the baby and return back to their normal lives. The house has one rule, like never tell anyone who you really are, never tell anyone what your real name is. Everything they do and eat there is strictly controlled by that home. Fern meets other girls there: Rose, who wants to keep her baby, Xenia, a black girl who wants to marry her boyfriend, and Holly, a 13-year-old girl who never speaks. They are shamed and abused by everyone around them for getting pregnant without being married. But soon Fern meets a traveling librarian who gives her a book on witchcraft. this book helps them earn some control and autonomy. However, it kind of backfires and the librarian comes back to collect her debt. So yeah, this one was a 5-star read for me. I really don't think that this book is for everyone. It has a lot of body horror. The description of labor and the delivery scenes were like scary to read. This is one book that will shake you to your core. It is less about the witchcraft and more about the kind of abuse and slut shaming that the girls face, and what happens when women lose agency over their own bodies, when someone else makes these kind of decisions for them. The pacing was slow and it took a while for the gears to turn, but yeah, if you want to read something raw and emotional, then definitely read this one. So the last book that I read in February was A Killing Cold by Kate Alice Marshall. This one is about Theodora, who, along with her fiance Connor, goes to his family's winter retreat. She receives a cold welcome from his grandmother and his mother, but she kind of receives messages which tell her to stay away from Connor. This retreat has no network, so her phone isn't working. It is completely snowed in, so that means there is no way to escape. Theo tries very hard to ignore it, but then she finds a picture of herself in one of those cabins. It is a picture of herself as a child, and she feels confused if she's been here before because she doesn't have any past memories due to some trauma. I did not enjoy this book from the beginning. I still kept reading it because I thought the ending would be nice or there would be a great plot twist. That didn't happen. Everything that happened in the book was underwhelming and implausible. Like, these are the two words I wrote as my review on Goodreads. The characters like were extremely flat and everything was too repetitive. The author changed who the murderer was about 4 to 5 times. I did skim towards the ending because I was already frustrated with how unrealistic this one was. So yeah, this one was a 1-star read for me. And that's it for February. Do let me know in the comments down below what you read in February, or if you read any of these books that I read. And till then, happy reading. Bye bye.